What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So Jerome Powell just spoke, and essentially what he was saying is that the job is not done, meaning that they still need to tame inflation, and rates will rise until the job is done. Essentially, is what he said. And a couple quotes that I heard that I post on Twitter that I just heard is that he said another unusually large increase in rate hikes could be appropriate, and that the historical record cautions strongly against prematurely loosening policy. So basically, historically, it's strongly cautioned, don't get loose on policy until the job is done. And that is essentially the message that he brought across today. So it's likely that the Fed is going to continue raising rates, though they, of course, at some point, somewhere on the horizon, they're looking to stop raising rates. But for now, they're going to make sure that they're not loosening policy too prematurely, right? Because it's a big risk if they loosen policy and then inflation just goes out of control. They can't have that happen. So they're staying the course. Unusually large rate hikes are coming. So that is currently the situation. And we see that Bitcoin right now on the hourly chart, really a whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of nothing, guys. Just up and down volatility. I mean, if you go to the lower time frames, like the 15-minute chart, it's absolutely crazy. So the market is still digesting the news. The price of Bitcoin is sitting at the same price it's been at since when, guys? Since the 19th, 20th. I mean, we're just sitting right here, nothing happening. Go to the S&P, we're down 0.25% today. Nothing happening so far. A lot of volatility, big wick down, back up, just kind of sitting here. The US dollar index playing out some crazy wicks here on the hourly chart. Huge wick up, huge wick down, but kind of just sitting down here now. So the market's still digesting the news. Like I've been saying in a lot of my previous videos, the US dollar index is the asset that has the momentum right now. And if the Fed is going to do some unusually large rate hikes soon, then the US dollar index has a higher likelihood of continuing up, I think. But that's just my guess. I mean, we'll see. And, the S&P is actually what I would consider almost unusually bullish at a point like this, where the Fed is just staying the course, continuing to raise rates. The stock market is currently positioned for a more dovish tone from the Fed, right? That's what it's positioned for. But I don't know if we're necessarily getting that per se. I think the stock market is hanging on to the idea that the Fed is going to loosen up the policy, but like Jerome just said, they're going to be very careful about prematurely loosening policy. So, I mean, at this point, to me, it seems like not much has changed, right? If Jerome Powell had said something, that was a lot more bullish for the markets, I think we would have already pumped by now. I think there would have been a lot more of a faster reaction, but we're just sitting right here. So, I mean, so far, guys, it's pretty neutral in the markets here. I'm looking at the short-term action behind me. A whole lot of nothing, really. A whole lot of nothing, guys. So at this point, I mean, it seems like almost nothing has changed. Jerome just kind of came out and said, we're staying the course. We're going to tame inflation. And we're going to do it until the job is done. So yeah, I mean, this video is not edited or anything like that, guys. Kind of just wanted to quickly record this, get it out, and explain, why we're not seeing all that much action right now. If I had to take a guess, this is just a guess, the US dollar index probably gets support because, again, it has the momentum. It has the uptrend going for it. US dollar index probably catches support and continues up. Stocks, crypto come down a little bit more for the next month maybe. And then we'll see what the Fed actually does or actually says. But that's just a guess, right? Again, this is fresh news. Hot off the press. And we gotta, we're gonna see what the market does here, right? The market's still interpreting the data, interpreting the news. I mean, so we'll see. But that's it for now, guys.